What is up, guys? Welcome back to today's market recap. So let's get straight into it. So starting today, yesterday was FOMC and there was a big expansion in most of the charts. So it was kind of like messing the price action a bit. So yeah, but we had our thing. US dollar was bearish and AED was GBP was bullish news wise. Then what happened at the New York Open was like price started pushing in one side. Basically, US dollar started pushing higher. I mean pushing lower. So GBP USD, EUR USD, AUD USD, and New Zealand US dollar started pushing higher. And the USD JPY, USD CHF, and USD Canadian dollar started pushing lower. There is something that's good in this because we had drawn liquidity aligned on USD CAD where we had the weekly favor gap context to be taken, and also bullish we had a lot of drawn liquidity to take. So it was nice to see that happening. But let me but what the thing was, the price was very aggressive that we didn't get any good pullbacks at the start of the session. So let me show you. So pre-market London, we were sweeping these lows. We had the Asian eyes. We had a 1 hour fair value gap right here. So price could like come here and move higher, or it could keep moving higher. So that's gold. And then silver price pushed higher, and we had this Asian. Comparing silver and gold was better today. So if I had to trade, I would have taken any trade in gold only. And longs look nice. And in US 500, yeah, we had this highs lows marked, but I don't wanna. I'm not like interested in ES or NQ for any time right now. Then on EU, we had this price pushing higher. We had the daily fair value gap up there, which looked like a really good drawn liquidity. And in GU, we were already into a daily fair value gap, but then this doesn't look that promising. So we wanted to see some kind of reaction of this 1 hour fair value gap, but they just pushed lower higher. And then Australian dollar, US dollar previously highs, and these lies are the really good thing that we can look for. And also to forgot to mention that we were sweeping the weekly fair value gap rejection low, so we anticipated higher time frame bullishness. New Zealand dollar was slightly better than Australian dollar, so this strong liquidity was what I had in my mind. And then USD JPY, this is when that we had that pre-market, I mean the market open move. At this point, every pair made this big candle. So yeah, so then price dump lower, and yeah, it was really pushing lower without any entries. So what I wanted to see was my only scenarios were trying to sell off that high if that rejects, or just keep taking continuation longs or shorts. So basically NQ, we had this, but NQ was stronger. It took the drawn liquidity. USD, we had this before daily fair value gap. I could try to catch a long if it gives me one. Same with the AUD and New Zealand dollar. And then this one is really good because we had the weekly context. We had this 15 minute. I wanted to see price tap into it, then push lower. This 15 minute fair value gap play would be really high probability. USD, CHF, and JP were strongly bearish and close to dual, and it doesn't seem like I'm going to get any entry, so I didn't put them into my scenarios. So the first one is I waited and waited. Had a lot of waiting. After a lot of waiting, I had this 30 minute fair value gap form. Price comes into it, and then I was looking for a trade. What actually happened is I took this beautiful trade market structure shift, and then this everything looks fine, perfectly really good trade. But what actually happened? We were exactly forming on 1 hour fair value gap above this. Okay, so that's what gave me a kind of possibility that price could push higher right now. So what I did, I put my SL to break even and got stopped break even, and then 1 hour fair value gap form. So I wanted price to come to here. In GBP USD, we had that 1 hour fair value gap form. So basically, we had 1 hour fair value gap form in all of the pairs, and mainly in GBP USD, we had the price tap into that 1 hour fair value gap. Okay, and it gave one clear sweep of the fair value gap, and then we gave a nice CASD with this low highs. So basically my entry was right here around this area. So I got my entry somewhere. I got filled around here. SL here. Take profit here. And then break even at this 5 minute fair value gap that we had here somewhere along this. So I went break even pretty quick because we had this 5 minute fair value gap. Honestly, there wasn't like really needed, but I did go break even, and my TP got hit. I was risking only $20 per trade on. I mean $17 in this trade, and I made $19, kind of close to one to one. So drawn liquidity is the 1 hour fair value gap context. The delivery is from the 1 hour fair value gap. Then we had weak legs against us, which is really good to see, and we also had a sharp turn on the CASD, and then liquidity C prior to our entry, and then it's a really good trade. I love everything about this trade, and then this was the break even trade that also played out. Actually, we took one break even, right? That trade played out, but I did make a very bad and big blunder today, which was a bad trade. So let me tell you all the reasons why I took the trade. So basically, what we had on USD CAD at that point of time is price sweeping this 15-minute low. So this is not a strong narrative to begin with, but I don't know what I was thinking, and I took a long out here because we were pushing higher. I somehow thought that we were coming from a PDRA, which we are not. We are yet to take the drawn liquidity, and then this was really good short entry. But what I did, I forced price. I expected price to tap into this 1 hour fair value gap after this price action that we had here, then close above, and then sweep and close above. So I took a trade somewhere around here, sell with here and take profit here, and then I knew, okay, then after this is when I entered on GBPUSD, and when I saw this happen, I trailed my SL to here, and then I closed it even before I around some $12 of SL. So this is really a bad trade. So let me tell you all the reasons why. So because we had this fair value weekly context untapped, so and we were also in against the 30-minute fair value gap, the one that we originally took a shot, but then we went break even because we had a 1 hour fair value gap. So we were against it. Our trade was against it. Then we had this weekly fair value gap. I mean weekly drawn liquidity very close to price. I don't want to. And then we had a big expansion. No, not any reason to take a counter trade. Counter trade makes sense when we have a strong drawn liquidity. I mean strong PDRA. So this 15-minute low, what is this? Is very insignificant to try to take a long from, which is a really bad. Not a statistical loss, it's a mistake loss. So yeah, but the plan works. If I took that 30 minute also, I would have worked. But that break even was really valid because I had this up here. But then yeah, so the thing is, this trade was really unnecessarily and avoidable trade, which I took a loss, and then somehow got my account to break even with another break even trade being around slightly a $2 loss. So yeah, today was break even though we had that one win and then one mistake loss. But the thing is, the strategy is working really good. I'm happy. The price action is nice. Something that I like to see is retracements in a trend, whereas in NQ, what that I'm missing is this retracement. So basically, we see NQ just keep pushing higher without retracement, but not in the forex pair. It's giving me that retracement that I need to buy again. Something that I want to see a trend have a healthy trend have. So yeah, that's really good to see. We see that EAUD USD also didn't tap into the 1 hour fair value gap, or the New Zealand dollar, or the USD JPY. I mean USD JPY kinda did, but USD Canadian. So basically, yeah, when we are so close to context and we have already a valid PDRA to short from, and then the entry also was nice, CASD and everything. There's no reason for. I mean, I could have avoided the break in, but that's fine. But that's a learning thing because yeah, it's everything is clean. It's worth risking for that trade. But this long is unacceptable. It's very bad. But overall, so just break even. It's not any lost day or anything. And then this GBP USD trade was really nice and simple and easy to spot. So yeah, happy for the day. And then we are having another 30-minute fair value gap in play, which probably might work, but I don't want to take anything at this point of time. But it looks solid. But I'm not taking it right because it's lunch almost, and the price is eventually going to die out on this fair value gap mostly. So that's it for the day. Thank you.